Words of different always.
Good evening.
Yes. You got the big.
Before you speak, please. A, is it helpful? I, is it inspiring? N, is it necessary? And K, is it not? Think about it. Thank you, Michelle.
Right.
President Wells, may I please say our District 151 blessing?
Yes, you can.
So much happening now.
Okay.
I would be remiss if we didn't say some type of prayer for our people and our district. Thank you. This is the School District 151 blessing. May God bless the Board of Education and School District 151 and keep us all year through. May God give us all the faith it takes to make our mission statement come true. Our superintendent, students, parents, administrators, and staff, keep and bless them as well. Continue to love and guide us as we serve our communities without fail. May His love and wisdom always help to guide us on our way. May His light shine down upon us now to bless our meeting day. Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Burton.
Thank you.
The meeting has been called to order. It is 7:03. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Wells?
Here.
Mrs. Turner?
Here.
Ms. Shane?
Yes.
Mrs. Burton?
Present.
Mr. Clark?
Here.
Ms. Daniels?
Here.
EPH?
Here. Welcome all guests, staff, administration, to our August the 4th board meeting. Any individuals in the audience wishing to ask questions or make any presentations should refer to the presentation of agenda items or questions from the floor. Anyone wishing to speak should complete the form on the end of the table. May I have a motion to adopt the agenda as presented?
Second.
Moved by Shane, second by Proctor Harris. Roll call.
Mrs. Burton?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
EPH?
Yes.
Ms. Shane?
Yes.
Mrs. Turner?
Yes.
Mrs. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels?
Yes. May I have a motion to approve the minutes for the July 7th, 2025 minutes as presented?
I move that we accept the minutes for July 7, 2025.
Second. Moved by Burton, second by Shane. Roll call.
Mrs. Burton?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Abstain.
EPH?
Yes.
Ms. Shane?
Yes.
Mrs. Turner?
Yes.
Mrs. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels?
Yes. May I have a motion to approve the special board meeting minutes for April 29th, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Proctor Harris, second by Burton. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Burton?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Abstain.
EPH?
Yes.
Ms. Shane?
Yes.
Mrs. Turner?
Yes.
Mrs. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels?
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the executive session minutes for July 7th, 2025?
Second.
Motion by Shane, second by Proctor Harris. Roll call.
Mrs. Burton?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Abstain.
EPH?
Yes.
Ms. Shane?
Yes.
Mrs. Turner?
Yes.
Mrs. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels? Yes.
Next, we have recognition on District 151 achievement. Dr. Hill.
Yes, so I am, just asking Mrs. Varner to go grab, I did a printed out copy for you, but I also have it in Word docs for the board. I wanted to recognize a couple of achievements that have taken place due to the work of all of our administrative staff and all of our teaching staff, those who are not here, and excited about all of these new teachers and staff members who will be looking to join the district this week. So first, I wanted to acknowledge our improvement in our district-wide attendance rate. That has been something that we have been working on, of course, since after the pandemic. So as of 2025, our district-wide overall attendance rate has risen to 91.7%, up from 90.5 in 2023. And then
that's fantastic.
Our chronic absenteeism rate, which of course we look for a reduction in, that has gone down. This past year in 2025, it was 30.9%, based off of the state report information. That is down from 33.6% the previous year in 2024, and 38.4% in 2023. So that was another decrease in that chronic absenteeism rate. Just as a reminder, that would be any child who missed school for more than 10% of the school days they were enrolled. More of the school school year that they were enrolled. So if they were enrolled with us only 100 days, that would have to be less than 10 days. And so the other thing to know about chronic absenteeism is it does not matter whether it was an excused or an unexcused absence. So even if they are out for a legitimate reason, for hospitalization or anything like that, it can count as chronic absenteeism. So we have been working diligently to reduce those rates of chronic absenteeism over the last couple of years, and we were able to bring it down yet again last year. Our most improved schools as it relates to chronic absenteeism were Eisenhower School, Mr. Peter Kalinsky, our principal, and Mrs. Shirley Smith, our assistant principal. At Eisenhower in 2023, our chronic absenteeism was 34.1%, and then that went down to 32.9% in 2024, and in 2025, it dropped all the way to 23.8%. And they're excited because they don't know these numbers yet. They don't know the final numbers. Obviously, they've been tracking all year. And then the other most improved school was Madison School. Principal Dr. Gerald McNair and Assistant Principal Mrs. Erica Thomas. And in 2023, chronic absenteeism there was 36.2%. In 2024, it dropped to 27%. And in 2025, it dropped to 18.9%. So we are very excited. Guaranteed they will be continuing those efforts, as we will be continuing our efforts at all of our schools throughout the district as far as chronic absenteeism is concerned. Just making sure that we reduce it as much as possible. We can't eliminate it because, of course, if a student has to miss, then we can't take them off the list even if it's a legitimate absence. But we do want to reduce it as much as possible. A couple of other things I just want to highlight. Our Preschool for All program at Taft School. First of all, of course, we know a few years back they achieved the gold status. And they have been able to maintain that gold status. One of the things we've been working to do is to add a full day pre-kindergarten classroom. And through all of Mrs. Wilson's hard work and Mrs. Geisinger, we have our first pilot classroom for the full-day pre-K class that is starting this year. And we have 15 students currently identified that will be starting in that program. So we are very excited. 15. We can get up to 20, and we're working on that. But we have 15 that have already been identified, parents contacted, and ready to go. The other thing is, we shared a few months back that our district received the what's called the Bilingual Education Award, which included a grant for $10,000 from the Illinois State Board of Education. And so that was based on the quality of our bilingual education programming and the continual improvement of our student achievement in that program. The other thing that we worked on last year was getting ready to start our academic enrichment and gifted program. As I shared in the spring, we were able to identify 151 students through the winter and spring of the 24-25 school year that will be participating in the gifted and academic enrichment program throughout this year. And we will be identifying new students starting in winter 2025. So that group of the 8th graders have moved on to the high school. So students in grades 3 through 8 that were identified will begin this year. But every year, students will have the opportunity to qualify for the gifted program. So we are excited to be able to move forward with that. And then the other thing by way of student programs, as you know, for the last several years, we have been working with a partnership with VMAA, where we provide arts enrichment for our students on Saturdays and the last couple of years during the summer camp. So for this past school year, we served 163 students that received arts enrichment in everything from dance to piano to guitar and everything in between. Too many things for me to list right now. And they were able to do that regardless of whether they would have been able to afford outside community programs, which are quite expensive. Then during this summer in July, we had 85 students participate in the VMAA summer camp program. For 3 weeks, they were able to be there at Madison School, participating in all sorts of activities. They were so excited.
Yes.
I stopped by one day. They had the STEM class had made solar ovens and cooked s'mores with their solar ovens. And I asked some of the young ladies some questions about it, and then one of the young gentlemen said, "Well, you didn't ask me any questions." So then I had to spend the next 20 minutes making sure I was quizzing him appropriately on how the solar oven worked and all of that kind of thing. So a lot of great things that we've been able to do for our kids, all of which will be continuing this year. And then the last thing, I know typically at this time of year, I submit to you the preliminary IAR scores. So what I am going to do, I'm going to share those with you. However, what you need to know is that the state of Illinois has decided that they are going to redo their cut scores for the IAR. So the cut score is the score that they use to determine whether you meet the standards or not. So what they have stated essentially is that they believe that the original cut scores were set at an inappropriate level, inappropriately high, resulting in kids that, for example, at the high school level, kids that were passing AP courses and AP tests being able to get accepted to Harvard, but still being considered not proficient on the state test. And so that is a process that the state is going through, completely separate from us. So as of right now, we don't have the numbers of what the new state's cutoffs will be. So what we have been able to do is look at where our students performed last year and where they performed this year based off of their scores. So if we were using the old cut scores, this is where we would have fallen. So in reading, pre-pandemic, we were at 13.6% of our students meeting the standard. In 2023, that had increased to 21.3. Then in 2024, it increased again to 26.2. And as of this last school year, this last testing, based on the previous cut scores, it would be approximately 30%. So continued significant growth that we are having year over year. That in reading, that included our 8th graders last year, approximately 44% of them were able to meet the standard of that particular group. So that's where we were in reading. Again, we're always looking to improve scores, but what we have seen over the last several years is continuous improvement year over year for our students. And then in math, pre-pandemic, we were at 13.5%. In 2023, with trying to teach math on computers for a couple of years, we were at 12.3%. That increased in 2024 to 15.6%. And this year that we just did testing, it is approximately 17.5%. So once so again, we're seeing year over year increases in both reading and math. The math progress is slower because we have those gaps that we're still trying to fill in some of those key concepts. But we are seeing growth year over year. Once the state gets done setting their new cut scores, then we will receive new numbers. So when the school report card comes out and I do that report for you, there will be new numbers that will be increased from this, because what they have stated essentially is that instead of there being 5 levels as there currently are, they're going to go down to 4 levels. And so some of the students that currently are being considered as not being proficient or not yet proficient would be moving up to that proficient category. So once we have that, I will provide that to you. But I do want to make clear note of the growth and movement that we have had in both reading and math for our students over the last several years, including last year. And that is due to the work of our staff members and our administrators and all of the professional development, the work, the planning, the intercessions, the after-school programs, and all of those kinds of things. So we're very excited to see continued growth. We look forward to seeing exactly how the state will redefine what is expected from us. So with that, I just want to say thank you for all of our administrators, for the hard work that you do, for all of our teachers. Most of you are coming to us new, so thank you in advance for all of the hard work that you will be doing working with all of our students.
Thank you. We appreciate you. That's all I have. Any questions or comments?
Thank you, Dr. Hill, and congratulations to our district.
Yes. Any questions or comments from the board? No? All right, well, we'll keep moving. All right, next is any All right, now we next to, treasurer's report. There.
You want to do a presentation on agenda items?
That's what okay, yeah. You know what, I'm thinking of something else, and that's why I said that's supposed to be at the bottom. Yes, presentation on agenda items. Any person wishing to speak on any item will be granted 5 minutes to make his or her presentation at that time. On request from the individual, any question as an item not on the agenda will be deferred until questions from the floor. Next is finance, treasurer's report. Ms. Burton?
Thank you, President Wells. I'm gonna call Mr. Clark. Mr. Clark, would you be so kind as to present the treasurer's report to our board?
Yes, ma'am, Mrs. Burton. So in your packet, you have a treasurer's report for the month of July that shows no revenue received. July is the first month of the fiscal year, so no revenue has been received. However, there are expenses of $1,614,647.55 for the month of July. Any questions?
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Burton. You want to do the motion?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, for bills payables.
No, we need a motion.
We need a motion for the treasurer's report.
Oh, sure. I move that we accept the treasurer's report.
You have a second?
Second.
Moved by Burton, second by Proctor Harris. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Burton,
Yes.
Mr. Clark,
Yes.
EPA,
Yes.
Ms. Shane,
Yes.
Mrs. Turner,
Yes.
Mrs. Wells,
Yes.
Ms. Davis.
Yes.
Next is payroll.
Mrs. Davis.
Ms. Burton, go ahead, payroll.
I didn't hear you, President.
Go ahead with
Wells.
payroll. Next is payroll.
Thank you. Thank you. We have payroll for July 3rd, 17th, and 31st, 2025 in the amount of $449,890.49. I move that we accept payroll.
Second.
Motion by Burton, second by Proctor Harris. Roll call.
Mrs. Burton,
Yes.
Mr. Clark,
Yes.
EPA,
Yes.
Ms. Shane,
Yes.
Mrs. Turner,
Yes.
Mrs. Wells,
Yes.
Ms. Davis. Yes.
Next, we have bills payable. Ms. Burton?
Thank you, President Wells. We have payables for July 2025 in the amount of $1,165,217.87. I move that we accept July payables
Second.
if there are no further questions.
Motion by Burton, second by Proctor Harris. Roll call.
Mrs. Burton,
Yes.
Mr. Clark,
Yes.
EPA,
Yes.
Ms. Shane,
Yes.
Mrs. Turner,
Yes.
Mrs. Wells,
Yes.
Ms. Davis. Yes.
Next is
I
our,
also would like to share that the total for payroll and payables for this month would be $1,615,108.36. And I would also like to ask our board members to please double check and review the new vendor list because we want to be sure of who we are paying. So the new vendor list is what I always ask, not only the finance committee to review, but the board members as well. Thank you.
thank you, Ms. Burton. Next is board committee reports. Building, Mr. Clark.
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So on Friday, V, Phil, and a few other board members along with Dr. L, we did a tour of the buildings. I can truly say there's no concern, just some small stuff, but it's small, nothing crazy or out the ordinary. Outside of that, I really don't have anything else. Mr. Neal, you got anything you would like to speak?
Well, I have things on the report. Basically, going over what we did over the summer. We've hired summer help, which they'll be done after about the 15th of the year, which they've done a great job helping lay down mulch. We changed mulch from red to black. They've done a pretty good job. Besides that, our HVAC system was working hard, but we had Mike and Brandon. They've been on the roof every day trying to get them up and running. We've had some areas where we need repairs done. They worked on them, got them to the point where we could just call out a couple of contractors to get one unit up and running by the time school, but it was up and running by the time you guys walked on Friday. Janelle and I are we certified our CPR training, so we can go through and train or retrain some of the teachers that need to be certified in CPR. We've had like Taft, most of the schools have had black topping and seal coating and striping. It's just a couple areas that have old areas where we want to go back. We'll probably get back to that towards the end of the school year, get those done. Not much more after that. Everything else is in my report. If you have any questions on what I have, you can ask them on the open floor. Any questions?
I seen where for the track that was delayed. How long was it?
Right. So
they want to be? You know?
that's still in the scheduling. So the stripers, the track striping, it's only a few stripers that do that. So the scheduling for those guys are immense. So I'm waiting on our seal coat company to let me know when that time is will arrive. I was told, and this is what I'm trying to do, is make sure that track is up and running by track time, by the time athletes need to use it.
Yeah, the hard thing about that is because it is a specialty kind of thing that has to take place at the same time. In order for us to maintain that track with the asphalt, we had to do a seal coating. So, we definitely had to go ahead and do that, because once you get a year out from when you put it in, a year or more out, then you definitely have to do that seal coating.
Right.
So that's why we went ahead and did it, even though we knew there was going to be a time frame.
So the seal coating is, the company has to outsource the measurement for the striping of the athletic track. So they can do the regular striping for parking lots. It's a standard measurement for that, but our athletic track requires a special striping. So that's the important.
But as soon as we know, we will definitely keep you updated.
Any other questions?
That concludes my report, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Next, we have finance. Ms. Burton.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. The Finance Committee, which consists of myself as chair and board members Cynthia Shane and Ernestine Proctor Harris, we did have a meeting this evening, committee of the whole meeting for finance. We discussed an analysis of possible transitions from the TTO for July 2026. Additionally, we also have a committee of the whole finance for finance meeting on September 8th, and a public hearing for the FY fiscal year 26 tentative budget on September 8th at 2025. For public hearing for the fiscal year 2026 tentative budget hearing at 6:45 p.m. That concludes my information and report for the Finance Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Burton. Next, we have personnel and awards and public relations, Ms. Turner.
Good evening, everyone. The Personnel and Awards Committee, they did meet, it was Tuesday. Thursday, I'm sorry. Myself, Ms. Daniels, Ms. Burton, and Dr. Hill, and Ms. Wells was on Zoom. Ms. Shane's present, and Ernst, Ms. Proctor Harris, and Mr. Clark. They were, Ms. Harris was on Zoom as well. Mr. Clark was not there. We discussed, Ms. Daniels had discussed the awards. She has some information about the awards, what she would like to do throughout the meeting. We discussed some things that she'd like to have the board involved in. As far as the personnel is concerned, we will go over that later in the meeting. But before that, Ms. Daniels, would you like to express what your concerns were on the awards that we will have Ms. Bradley come up and give her information?
You may want to just give the synopsis that
Right.
you had.
Just what you said,
Then it came out to be
the
seven.
six or seven?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, we don't need to necessarily go for
Right.
all of them.
Okay, so there were 6 areas that the goals recognition and goals committee will work on for the coming year. 1 would be student achievement and recognition. 2 would be staff and faculty recognition. 3 is community and parent engagement. 4 is school and district performance. 5 is equity and inclusion initiatives, and 6 is special events or spotlights.
Okay. Ms. Bradley, are you ready?
I'm ready. Good evening.
Good evening.
Just a couple of things I just want to talk about in my board report. Tomorrow is night out for Phoenix. We have that. A lot going on this week, and school starts on Wednesday. And then South Holland will do their house music in the park. So that will be the conclusion of their 3 things that they did for their faith, family, and future. They did the faith concert, then they did a family concert, and the future will be the house music, which will be the first time South Holland is doing anything like that. And then the next day, on that Saturday, they'll have stepping and line dancing at Veterans Park. Just trying to wind down the summer with some nice things. There'll be community policing on the 13th. And then there's a parent connect, which is some of the things that Ms. Daniel was talking about. South Holland is doing instead of doing their education fair that they do every other year, because of the pandemic is off. So the big year is the 10th year, which is going to be next year. So this year they're doing a parent connect, in which we will be involved in it. And instead of giving out school supplies, they're going to give out things that the teacher needs, the paper towels, the hand sanitizer, and all those extra things that's on the school supply list. And so they have families signed up, and they're going to give that out. That's on a Thursday night.
Where's that located?
At the community center. The South Holland Community Center over by District 205 and Thornwood.
So the board will be.
It's open to the public.
Okay.
It's a public event.
Okay.
And then we come back to Phoenix for the school safety night. That's going to be on the 16th. We'll be there giving out school supplies. And then there'll be another band concert in South Holland. So that'll kind of round up August, the end of the summer, before we head into Labor Day. Now, Mrs. Burton, who is, I'm gonna say she's a master gardener, but, she is part of the South Holland Kids Community Garden. And South Holland has put together this community garden. Can I pop my collar? Based on the gardens that we have at our school. So one of the meetings that Dr. Hill went to, and they talked about doing what they saw at Madison. And so now there's a kids community garden. You won't be able to see it. It's kind of tucked away. But what we've been doing is we've been planting and having kids come over to help. So in my board report, you see Mrs. Burton is part of the committee, and she went over with 151 students and planted tomatoes and basils and have been going over and weeding and watering and taking care of the garden. There's going to be a ribbon cutting coming up. The date is not set, but I'll make sure you guys know when that is, in which the mayor will then present this garden to everyone. It's a kids' community garden in which the village received a grant from Cook Fresh, so you have to use some of the vouchers at different farms to buy things. So it's been going on for a while, and it's really nice. And then the last thing I really want to talk about in my board report is at the South Holland Business Association luncheon, they gave out their scholarships. Now, they normally would give out their scholarships at a golf outing, but they gave it out at the picnic, at the barbecue. And one of our kids, he's going to, Hunter. Hunter was one of our students. His mom was a PTO parent, and Hunter received a $2,000. They used to give $1,000. Now it's $2,000. So he's getting a $2,000 scholarship. So of course I had to snatch a picture because we claiming him. Hunter was here. He was part of our Ready Day 1. So he got his feet wet in, earning and learning here. So we claimed him. His mother sent some pictures, and he's off to college now. So popping my collar all the way around because we're doing great. Any questions? Or Mrs. Burton, did you want to add anything about the community garden?
No, it's been fun. We've been, doing it, and I think it's going to be a good subject area for our students in this area to talk about gardening, sustainability, environmental issues, all connected. So I'm very proud of our work, and we'll continue.
Well, that's true. Oh, I need to add something. Also on Saturday, this Saturday, our Phoenix Park District is having a back to school summer fest. Vendors and live bands and food. So coming out is from 4:30 to 8:30 in the Phoenix Park District.
You have a flyer back and post?
I will send it to you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
This Saturday night.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's in my report. Yes. Thank you, Ms. Turner. Next, we have policy, Ms. Shane.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The IASB press issues 118 and 119 are on the agenda for tonight's meeting. Updates for the issue 118 are on the agenda for the third reading and adoption. Updates for issue 119 are on the agenda for the first reading, and that will be discussed under the action item 10. And that's my report.
Thank you, Ms. Shane. Next is negotiations, Ms. Burton.
Thank you. I'm happy to report that the District 151 NEA Association has ratified our contract, and the board will be presented with that contract for us to approve it. Thank you.
Thank you.
That concludes my report.
Thank you.
And I'd also like to thank, before President Wells, I'd also like to thank all of our board members who attended those meetings, because we took our time out, and so did the union, to come and meet and get it done. And get it done, we did it. So thanks to everyone. Hats off to everyone. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Ms. Burton.
That concludes my report.
Next, we have goals, Ms. Daniels.
So the committee did come up with a few goals to give to Dr. Hill as far as superintendent goals, which she has that list, and we'll meet about that. And then I have also compiled a list of goals for the board that I am putting together. So at our next meeting, we'll be ready to finalize those and put them into the board. That is my board.
Okay. Curriculum and technology, Ms. Barton-Harris.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Tonight, Dr. Katie will speak on curriculum, and then Mr. Roth will speak on technology.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, so summer's a busy time. So what we do is in 6 weeks, we decide to flip the entire year over. So you can imagine what that's like, closing down one thing and opening up another, often in tandem. So SIS, the Student Information System, so we have two. The internal one we call Power School. The external one that we get funding for is the big state Power School. That's called just the Student Information System. And I was gonna bring the long, lengthy amount of reports that we now have to do this year, but nobody wants to cry on Monday evening. So all of those were completed by myself and a few other people, so we got everything done, the attendance. One of the items that we discussed at the June meeting was talking about how can we flag all those individuals for gifted. So I literally went one by one for every single student using the MAP scores and the criteria that we set, and I identified all students in reading and math. At the middle school underneath social study, I also identified them as gifted because we had an indicator that I could use to be able to identify them as
That was
gifted.
my
You mean
question.
science.
I mean, science.
Yeah, that was my question. How were they identified?
Yeah, so that using the MAP scores, because that's our internal document that we can prove that is normed, then I could use it as an indicator because I have to have a tool to be able to reference. Otherwise, they would just say that I'm test tampering of some sort.
Yeah.
Is it any other assessment other than the MAP scores?
That's the one, because I could use it universally from 2nd through 8th grade, so that was the one test that was universal by all. So I wanted to keep it consistent, so when the state would then ask me for the tool, I didn't want to flex it between two different assessments.
Okay.
Now, we do use other tools to indicate to have growth, so those we already have. So the MAP reading fluency, we adopted last year at Taft. So that's giving us more indicators for early literacy, so we can kind of see the strengths and struggles of students early on, so we can go ahead and remediate those earlier than trying to get to 2nd and 3rd grade. So that's something that Mrs. Wilson and her team actively work with, and we'll be opening that up in the next couple weeks. Good news, the Bilingual Ed Award was great. We got a piece of paper that said we won it. Then, if I'm gonna be,
So who worked on that grant?
I did. So we won that grant, and I was so excited. Then the state decided the federal funding, they were like,
Yes.
and so I am like a gnat. I wanted my money. So I made sure after going back and forth with that person, I think they just got tired of me, I'm gonna be honest, and just said, here's your money. So we got our $10,000, so we're using that for the bilingual classrooms, and we're focusing on the difference of Spanish literacy and English literacy. So that is gonna be a trainer from WIDA. So WIDA is the actual, like, think of it as the governing agent that we use for access testing. So when you win a bilingual award, you have to stay with underneath the realm of how you are identified. So WIDA doesn't have personalized trainers, so I found a trainer that was certified by WIDA that we could use, and after the state agreed with me that that was a certified trainer, then those trainings are happening pretty quickly within the first quarter. But the reason for that is the access test is a language proficiency test. What is very interesting about the test, and it's a debate that I constantly send to WIDA, you know, everyone loves to hear from me, is that the academic language stays high. And so students are taking on their primary language is Spanish, the test is in English. And so we're trying to make sure that we have, we're preserving both languages. So we don't want to not have their Spanish stable. And that we're trying to make sure that they can become biliterate. And our hope is that by 5th grade, we can have everybody on our roster be biliterate. Part of that is a selfish part of me, is that I want all of our kids, when they go to Thornton, to be able to qualify for the seal of biliteracy on their diploma. So I actually met with Thornton to make that happen, so we can start to identify our kids and get in the realm, so they're keeping an eye on our babies. And so they know now that I'm like a panther. So I'm trying to make sure that we have the same number of students that have the seal of biliteracy as like Portland. So when we know that we have students who are speaking 2 languages, we just want to make sure that's indicated on their diploma. A new material, so we maintain the curriculum for this year. So there was no new curriculum right now. The TCI books were a little out of date, so we just rolled to the newest version.
TCI is the social.
Oh, sorry, social studies at Coolidge. By the end of this year, though, our intent is to adopt a new reading program. So that is the big bottom money. So just want to tell everybody on the first day of school that I'm going to be asking for a lot of money later on this year. So remember, it's for the babies.
What reading curriculum do we have now?
We have My View through Savas and Mi Visión for our bilingual program, so they're the same exact program. And then at Coolidge, we have My Perspectives, which is the middle school program for the elementary program. So that will be under review. You're gonna hear a lot of the science of reading over the course of this year. And so as we get into the months, I'll start breaking that down about what the expectation is from the state of Illinois, because they've drafted some guidelines of what they want in their new reading programs.
Will we ever be able to offer Spanish to our English speaking students at all?
That is on the
That is
agenda.
on the agenda. That is on the agenda.
That is on the agenda.
Yeah, and I would never say, I would say that that is a dream of mine, because I learned Spanish myself. The other thing is math, so this will probably come back more in the fall after we get through that first round of testing. Math updated their norms, so we'll go through that with you guys probably in September after we do the first round of testing, or at least by October, so you can see like, here were the norms from last year, here are now the new norms. So math had to adjust their norms based on, this is from the pandemic, now how kids have, and so they take all that data, and so math creates those norms, we don't have any input on those norms. So those norms are set all across everybody who's a math testing district. And so there isn't like an opt-in or opt-out, we just all opt in to that process. Obviously, we have registration going on. Institute Day tomorrow, I have a table set for everyone at the front for anyone who comes. It's a little blue table, has a reserve sign on it, just so you know. That table will be set aside.
8 o'clock.
At 8 o'clock, we're starting at 8. And I think that's it. The beginning Institute Day is really setting the stage or the foundation for the year. So that's beginning their pacing guides, that's making sure that everybody's starting on their GCNs, making sure the rooms are set up, making sure websites are updated on the teacher page, Google Classrooms are set up, so it's really a lot of that for tomorrow. What do you guys think?
Thank you. That's a lot.
I'll keep it down, sorry.
No. Mr. Roth on technology.
Good evening. I'll share the three major things that we worked on this summer. Every year we work on our student cards and our student devices. It's the same process every year. We do updates, we wipe them down, sanitize them. One of the things that we try to do is improve on last year, every year. So this year we had a checklist. It was a lot easier for them to go through the levels and say, did I do this? Did I do that? And it turned out to be a pretty good process. So all of our student devices are ready for the students now. Ready for testing. When that begins, we should be good to go. The second major thing we're working on, that I've been working on with our E-rate consultant, is the cybersecurity pilot program. We were awarded an amount of money and we had to go out for bids. It's very similar to what I do with E-rate in the spring. Except I learned that we have 13 vendors reach out to us, where normally, she said other vendors, other school districts that she works with had 2 or 3 or 4 vendors. And we split it up into 3 target areas. So it's been a lot of work, but it's going to be well worth it in the end. We are going to evaluate and select the vendors later on this month, and I think this is going to be a really good product for our technology department. Keep everyone safe and secure. The last big thing, another thing on security, we have a system where we take physical documents and save them digitally. We moved that system to the cloud, and that was our final system that we wanted to get cloud-based instead of having a server in your closet. It's a lot more secure that way. So that major project of getting all of our services in the cloud is done. So those are our 3 big things. We have new technology coming soon this year. We're looking at we're working on new teacher laptops and new computer labs. That will be through our lease, so we will present to the board and ask for approval. We have, for Coolidge, a 3D printer, and we're looking to get that going as soon as possible. That was purchased at the end of last year, and it's fun, it's great. And last, we have replaced almost all of our smart TVs. We have a small batch left that I'm working with Smart on how to get those current without buying a whole new TV. Because all of them we've bought with grant funding over the last few years. But they have so many great new features, and we want to have the teachers learn how to use them too. So SMART is working with some of our staff to help train the teachers on all those new features. In the past, the teachers have always had to plug them into the computer. They're limited on what they can do. If the teacher has to leave the room, somebody can't use the board, and we're making it all work with just the boards, and the teachers can almost go do something else with their computers. So there's a lot of new features for that, and there's more than we even realize. So having the training is going to help us and help the teachers out a lot. That's everything I have.
Thank you, Ms. Wells. That concludes my report. Reporters.
Thank you. Next, we have IASB Governing Board and Shane.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Really nice to have concerning ISD. Around this time next month, majority of the school board members will be preparing to be for Q conference in LA. So that concludes my report.
Thank you. Scope, Mrs. Martinez.
Thank you. Dr. Hill will be reporting on scope. I don't have anything updated other than our governor may be getting himself in trouble with politics, and hopefully it doesn't affect education.
Well, now listen.
That's just my thought.
Yeah, there have not been any updates from scope right now. They've been essentially on summer break because the legislature is not doing much of anything. I can report at the federal level, that it was reported that the federal government did go back and release those funds that it is holding from schools. And so those funds are supposed to come through. They are still in the process of working on the federal budget as it relates to education, but the latest is that some of the proposed cuts were turned down in the Senate. So that is something that we will continue to be watching, and of course scope, once we get final information as far as the state legislature, they will provide us with an update.
Thank you, Dr. Hill.
Okay, next we have our upcoming meetings and events. Shane.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Our upcoming meetings and events are as follows. Tuesday, August 5th, Institute Day. Yay! Welcome back, teachers. My Coolidge Middle School, 8 a.m. Wednesday, August 6th, first day of school. And Wednesday, August 13th, open house, Eisenhower, 5:30 p.m. Saturday, August 16th, back to school, Safeway Fair, Wells Park and Playground, 12 noon to 3 p.m. Wednesday, August 20th, open house, Madison School, 6 p.m. Wednesday, August 27th, open house, Taft, 5:30 p.m. Monday, September 1st, Labor Day, no school. Monday, September 8th, Committee of the Whole Finance meeting at 6:30 p.m. Monday, September 8th, public hearing for the FY 26 tentative budget, 6:45 p.m. And lastly, Monday, September 8th, regular board meeting, 7 p.m. at the JMAC, which is here. Those that don't know what JMAC is. All right. Thank you, Madam Chair. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Do we have any communications or correspondence?
No.
Thank you. Enrollment, Ms. Daniels.
There is no report for July.
Turning on to our action items. Personnel, Ms. Turner.
Okay. For the action item, for the personnel update, I have one question that possibly needs to come before such as this concerning a staff person that had resigned in June, and that was that one for the hire. So I have a question concerning this.
So, yeah, so that person, met with us and discussed with us and wanted to come back, and that person is a special education teacher that, did a quality job, and so we have, agreed that we would like to have him return to our district as opposed to taking his special education license to another district.
Did you put them in a different setting?
Yes. Yes, it would be a different set, same school.
Same school.
But, different set.
So, we did have a reason for the explanation, so what is the reason for the explanation? Was it because, is it a forced resignation or to just resign? Because I'm pretty sure if he was tenured, he wouldn't.
He wasn't a tenured teacher. He had just finished his, second year.
Okay.
We discussed some changes that we wanted to, what he was doing. We discussed at that time, whether or not he would want to, resign and go elsewhere. And at that point, he said that he wanted to resign and go elsewhere. We talked after that fact, about the possibilities and the positions that we had available for this coming year. And he stated that he had an interest in wanting to come back and continue to work with us. That was amenable to the school administration and to myself. So we sat down and discussed rehiring him for, again, a special education position, but a different setting. So now this would be for the instructional special education position at Coolidge, which is a position that has opened back up. It had been collapsed last year. So that position has now opened back up. And so we are recommending that you go into that role.
I know a lot of times, Dr. Hill, over my 30 years experience on the board, a lot of people leave and a lot of people come back. Once they see what's out there and what they have to deal with, oh boy, it's changed. So I'm not surprised at all that a person would want to come back to District 151.
No, not at all. So for employment, Frederick Bernice, paraprofessional and staff, effective August the 5th. Mackenzie Davis, paraprofessional at Madison, August the 5th. Alejandra Mancera, paraprofessional at Madison, August the 5th. Thomas J. Spielman, paraprofessional at Taft, August the 5th. Urbano Madrianza, teacher at Coolidge, effective August the 5th. Marie Artis, teacher at Coolidge, effective August the 5th, 2025. Cortez Atkins, teacher at Coolidge, effective August the 5th, 2025. And I am not going to miss this one.
Yaakov.
Yaakov from the email.
Yakub?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Fiume. Yes. It's taken me several times to repeat.
I will learn that. I will learn that.
Now it just rolls off the tongue.
Teacher at Taft, effective August the 20th. August the 5th, 2025. Herman Ali, teacher at Coolidge, effective August 5th, 2025. Marcy Skinner, teacher at Taft, effective August 5th, 2025. Jeffrey Smoltz, teacher at Taft, August 5th, 2025. I need a motion to accept these hirings
Motion to move.
Motion by Mr. Clark, second by Ms. Shane. Roll call.
Mrs. Burton,
Yes.
Mr. Clark,
Yes.
EPA,
Yes.
Ms. Shane,
Yes.
Mrs. Turner,
Yes.
Mrs. Wells,
Yes.
Ms. Daniels. Yes.
Now, before we move to the next part, because we have these individuals here. First of all, if you were on that list, congratulations. If you were not on that list, you were probably on there last month, so congratulations anyway, so. Yes, and I am going to ask, the principals will start with Mrs. Wilson and work our way up, and they will introduce you to the board. We ask that you please stand when your name is called, and once we get done with that, then we will let you all go home and get prepared for tomorrow. All right, so go ahead.
All right. So starting with Miss Moore. Miss Moore, you could stand up. She's an art teacher that'll be shared between Taft and Eisenhower. And then we have Jeffrey Smaltz. You could stand up. He's first grade special education teacher. And then we have Marcy Skinner. She is pre-K full day teacher. And then we have Jeannie Cruz, kindergarten bilingual. I think that's all of my staff. Did I miss anyone? Nope. All right.
Thank you, Mrs.
Thank you.
Wilson.
I have Jessica Moore as well, so Jessica, if you could stand just one more time. Super excited about Jessica. She brings a bunch of enthusiasm. She's at school every day. We're excited for her to join an awesome team. I also just want to, greet everyone else. You're coming to an awesome district, so congratulations. That's it.
Now Jessica comes from Flossmoor. So I knew Jessica when she was a small person, and she was an outstanding student in there. Yes, she was. Super family. I was the dean over there, and Jessica, you were just a joy. The family, so you were just a joy and just outstanding. So the fact that you're in education, that means maybe I left a good impression. There are a lot of other people that applause more than me, but you are in a great place. But love you and your family. And let's be got a gym there. Absolutely, absolutely. Mr. Gardner, can you stand, my friend? Mr. Gardner, we were our 4th grade teacher for special education. How you doing? Now, tomorrow when you are at the at Coolidge, I'm going to kind of put you on the spot, but I tend to talk a lot, so I'll take the pressure off you, but it's kind of going to be like this setting. But you're in a wonderful place. I just echo what everybody else said, and we're just happy to have you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
All right, so I'm going to start with Marie Arhantes, if she could stand. Miss Marie is going to be 8th grade special education co-talk. So welcome. Then we have also with us Arbano Adrian, and Mr. Adrian will be ESL, and he will work with all grade levels. Also, we have with us Mr. Cortez Atkins, and he will be working with PE and health. And last but not least, she is a product of 151, and she will be working with all the buildings in our fine arts department through dance, Miss Priyana Fong. That is everyone here for tonight.
Cool. So we got everybody, right? Everybody out. Okay, so this is the point. Remember, Dr. Varner told you that at some point I was going to turn to you and I was going to say thank you so much and welcome and all of that great stuff, and then I was going to tell you to leave, okay? So let me say thank you so much. We believe very much in you. We do not go through this process just for no reason. And we believe that it's critically important who we put in front of our children. So you are here because we believe in you and what you will do. We are looking forward to all of the work that you will put in and the ways in which you will take care of our children. Now, we will be in an all-staff meeting tomorrow morning and start promptly at 8 a.m. at Coolidge Middle School in the atrium. So at this time, I am going to,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Before you dismiss them. Ms. Daniels would like to say something.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Well, yeah, because the next thing I'm going to say is that they can go.
Well, then on behalf of the school board and our personnel committee, we just want to welcome you, and please don't be a stranger. The board is here to support you guys. Whatever it is that you need through our superintendent and our board here, we welcome you and we are happy to have you. Thank you.
Thank you. So now is the time, if you would like to make an exit, please do so quietly so that the board can continue their business, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Too much.
Okay, so FMLA, Catherine Kirschner, teacher at Taft, effective September the 14th, 2025 to March 22nd, 2026, term date March 23rd, 2026 tentative. FMLA should not exceed 12 weeks as allowed per UOL. Resignations, Alexia Mendoza, paraprofessional at Taft, effective July 29th, 2025. I need a motion to accept this FMLA and the resignations.
So moved.
Second. Motion by Proctor Harris, second by Ms. Shane. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Burton?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Mr. Clark?
Yes.
EPA?
Yes.
Ms. Shane?
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas?
Yes.
Mrs. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels?
Now I need a motion to go into closed session for the purpose of personnel, appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees, specific individuals who serve as the independent contractors in a park, recreational, and educational setting, or specific volunteers of the public body or legal counsel for a public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee, a specific individual who served as an independent contractor in a park, recreational, and educational setting, or a volunteer of a public body, or against legal counsel for the public body to determine his validity. Can I get a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Second. We have a motion by Proctor Harris, second by Clark, to go into closed session. Roll call.
Mrs. Burton?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
EPH?
Yes.
Ms. Shane? Mrs. Thomas?
Yes.
Mrs. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels? Yes.
The board will adjourn into closed session. There will be action after the closed session. Yes, oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna leave Mrs. Bird out.
Thank you.
Did you want to go
I'm sorry. Hello.
Are you sure?
It's right there. I promise it's close. Yes.
Wait, so it says there's construction.
Must be something related. That's kind of Harvey.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you all for coming back.
Not allowed, no.
I know, right? That's what I pay for drinking at Starbucks.
I'm excited. Thank you. I get to see you when I'm asleep. See you. Yes, it's like a whole thing. It's like I brought my big sweater to change.
They're ready. I'll upset till I saw you. As soon as I get home.
This, I gotta look at this one. Oh, really? You should be doing your garden. I just know I'm winning. Wait, you're not doing it. Oh, that's other stuff. Oh my goodness. I'm like, what is Chrissy doing now? I would just take all her stuff to pretend that it's look at my right. She has so much of her garden. Oh my goodness. This is like her. It's just from Sunday. I did. I'm telling you. I am lucky that this one plant I have is still there for my backyard.
You look like a pill bag.
I'm doing great.
It's like it's an old store. Just like an old school helper. Like,
What time? Six. Between 5 and 6, I go out and harvest.
So I'm ready to vote to come back into the session.
I love gardening. I'm proud of myself. Usually it's going. I love gardening. The whole tomatoes. And she might have made us all today. She's right. My mom did, yeah. But she made us garden salsa.
Yeah, we couldn't do it. So, that's still in effect.
I picked them and I give them to her. Jalapeno, gossip, cilantro, and it's garlic, and then she makes a salsa.
May I have a motion to come back into regular session? And a second. Motion by Shane, second by Burton. It is 8:49. We vote roll call. Roll call, please.
Sure. Mrs. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Clark,
Yes.
EPH,
Yes.
Ms. Shane, Mrs. Turner,
Yes.
Mrs. Ware,
Yes.
Ms. Davis.
All right, Ms. Turner, I need you to finish the last item on the personnel agenda, please. The last item is administrative employment, Dr. Ayana M. Hartzell, Director of Special Ed. For JBAC effective August 18th, 2025. Did I get a motion?
Motion to move.
Second.
Motion by Clark, second by Proctor Harris. Roll call, please.
To approve Dr. Hart.
Okay, give me one second. Okay, I'm ready. Mrs. Burton?
Ms. Burden?
I have read her resume, her letters of recommendation, even her addendum, and I've spoken to individuals in the community, and no one knows everything when they come, but I give a resounding yes to Dr. Hart.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
EPH?
Yes.
Ms. Shane?
Yes.
Mrs. Tyner?
No.
Mrs. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you, and welcome Dr. Hartzell. We look forward to working with you and getting you to get a chance to meet all of our administrative team and to move forward. We put the 18th, knowing that you need to give appropriate notice to your current district. And so we are looking forward to having you join us.
Thank you. Yes, welcome. Thank you.
So I don't usually let the administrators leave, but if the board would like to allow her to depart.
You might as well get used to staying.
I did warn her that that might be the case. Okay.
Next on the action item, we have approval of professional negotiation contract 2025 through 2028. Ms. Burton, please.
Absolutely. I'm so happy to give a 3-year contract in this environment with so much going on. I'm happy that it has been ratified, and I would like to move that we ratify the, let me see, I want to get the right language. Hold on. Dr. Hill, would you assist me with that?
Approve the professional negotiation contract with the DEA.
Yes. So moved. May I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Burton, second by Proctor Harris. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Burton?
Absolutely, yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
EPH?
Yes.
Ms. Shane?
Yes.
Mrs. Tyner?
Yes.
Mrs. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels?
Yes. Motion passed. Next, we have non-union classified and professional staff salary increase. We need a motion to approve the non-union classified and professional staff salary increase of 5%.
Second.
Motion by Shane, second by Burton. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Burton?
Yes.
Sorry. Mr. Clark?
Yes.
EPH?
Yes.
Ms. Shane?
Yes.
Mrs. Tyner?
Yes.
Mrs. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels? Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
All right, motion passed. Next is the administrative coordinator director salary increases. May I get a motion?
So moved.
5% also. Second? I second. Motion by Burton, second by Wells. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Burton?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
EPH?
Yes.
Ms. Shane?
Yes.
Mrs. Tyner?
Yes.
Mrs. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels? Yes.
Next, we have public display of the fiscal year 2026 tentative budget and appropriation ordinance and scheduling a public hearing for 6:45 p.m. on September the 8th, 2025.
So moved.
Second?
Okay. Mrs. Burton?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
EPH?
Yes.
Ms. Shane?
Yes.
Mrs. Tyner?
Yes.
Mrs. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels? Yes.
All right, Next is our superintendent goals for the 2025-2026. Dr. Hill?
So these are the recommended 2 additional goals. As the board will recall, there are 3 superintendent goals that are addressed annually per my contract. Those are the ones that focus on the financial status of the district, the implementation of the strategic plan, and student achievement. Each year then the board and I can agree on 2 additional goals. So these are proposed additional goals. The board can at this time decide to adopt these proposed goals or decide to hold off and have additional discussion. So whatever the board sees fit. Ms. Daniels is the head. Ms. Daniels, you want to?
Ms. Daniels, would you give us your feedback? How do you feel about it as the chair of the committee?
Well, I haven't had a chance to thoroughly look through this, so if you allow me to do that, then I can definitely report back. But right now, the goals committee is not prepared to move forward with things.
So we're going to put it off table until next week. Okay. All right. That's what we'll do. We'll table this item till our next board meeting in September. So the goals committee can do. All right.
Okay.
Board policy updates, press issue 118, 3rd reading. Ms. Shane? Oh, table. Do we need to vote? I'm sorry. I don't think we did.
Not to take, we do need to vote to table. Yeah, we need to vote to table because it's actually on the agenda. And so since it's changing, yeah, so we do need to vote to table.
So can I get a motion to table the superintendent goals 2025-2026 to our next meeting in September?
Second.
Motion by Shane, second by Proctor Harris. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Burton?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
EPA?
Yes.
Ms. Shane?
Yes.
Mrs. Turner?
Yes.
Mrs. Wells?
Yes.
And Ms. Davis?
Yes. Ms. Shane, press 118.
Item G. I guess that would just, Dr. Hill, did you have any comments?
No, they are mostly just updates to coincide with the state law. This one is, our deadline is August 28th. And so I'm recommending that the board go ahead and move forward with adopting these updates as they are presented.
Has everyone had an opportunity to review?
Yes.
Yes.
I have, yes.
Wonderful. Make a motion to accept revisions as stated.
Yes.
So moved.
Motion by Shane, second by Proctor Harris. Roll call.
So moved.
Mrs. Burton?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
EPA?
Yes.
Ms. Shane?
Yes.
Mrs. Turner?
Yes.
Mrs. Wells?
Yes.
Ms. Davis?
Yes. Next is board policy update with press issue 119. This is the first reading.
All right, since it's the first reading,
I thought it was the second reading.
This was the second reading for 119.
Oh, no,
No, this is the first reading. It was, we added it to the agenda under the policy committee previously, but this is the first time it's on as a first reading as a item.
all right, so, I advise everyone to bring us so that we can for the second reading. So I move that we accept.
We don't have to make a motion. We just have to
Okay,
have-
all right.
Next is board and superintendent communication tool. I need a motion, well, we need to discuss the board to make a decision regarding the tools for communication and reminders of non-school district business. So we need to discuss the tool that we're going to use indefinitely for our communication, and that we possibly adding the superintendent to the tool. So I need a motion to designate the tool that will be used for the board and superintendent communication. It's actually group me. Group me. Group me.
Group me or text.
Well,
You said select.
When you're gonna use
Yeah.
both.
we're not, yeah, we're
No,
gonna just do
that's what I
one.
said. but
We
you
don't
have
want to use both. We want to
But you have
choose
to
one or the
decide
other.
which one, designate which one that you prefer as a board.
And I said,
Group me.
Oh,
so we need a motion in a second.
I motion that we move forward with using GroupMe as our sole communication for the school board, and is Dr. Hill separate?
No, it should just be, to me, it should just be one. I mean, it's just mine.
Okay. So
I would like to say too, I think it should just be one. I don't have nothing I would say on that feed that I would not say to Dr. Hill's face.
well, by one, we were just speaking of one motion, not, yeah, that's
Right.
not what we were talking about right now.
Do that as one.
Motion. Okay, so with GroupMe and include Dr. Hill to the GroupMe platform.
A second. Motion by Daniel, second by Wells. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Burton,
Yes.
Mr. Clark,
No.
EPH,
Yes.
Ms. Shane, Mrs. Turner,
No.
Mrs. Wells,
Yes.
Ms. Davis.
Yes.
Motion approved. Approved. Next is administration updates. Administration reports. We're going to start with Coolidge. She's hiding back there. Any updates?
No updates, but I can answer any questions if anyone has any.
Okay, does anyone have any questions for Ms. Rush regarding her report?
No.
Okay. Madison?
Oh, you know what, I do have a question, because I remember, I didn't hear when is open house for Coolidge.
Our open house is September, give me 1 second, it's somewhere.
Right, because I didn't hear.
Right, we didn't put it on the list.
Okay.
Because it's
typically-
after,
Okay.
Right, it's after the next board
You're
meeting.
supposed to say
so-
Coolidge if I'm sitting here.
I'm sorry, we'll make note of that, no
Yeah.
matter how far ahead it is.
it's after Labor Day.
Oh, it's after Labor Day.
Yeah, we're trying to get some more new students in.
Coolidge to be announced.
Oh, did you say that though?
No.
No.
Oh.
I didn't even think about it.
No, I didn't put it on the list because it's
Okay.
after the next.
All right.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Madison
Okay.
School, Dr. Manera.
Welcome, Doctor, to a fine place, absolutely. Well, there's a lot to say, but it's getting late, so I'll save it for the Yes, indeed. No, we're just excited for the upcoming school year. We are excited, so.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Eisenhower, Mr. K.
Nothing additional to add. I do want to welcome you as well, Dr. Hartzell.
Yes.
Yep, Hartzell, welcome. But nothing to add. If anyone has questions, please let me know.
Any questions for Mr. K? All right, Tab, Ms. Wilson.
Stand up because I'm so short and you can't see me. I don't have anything to add, but we're so happy to have you on board. Thank you. I look forward to working with you.
Okay, technology,
No updates at this time.
Ms. Barnes. Okay. Ms. Bradley,
No updates.
Mr. Moody.
Nothing further besides what Dr. Hill shared about the summer program, so.
Oh, Ms. Shane would like to know, how is the, is there any updates on the trip, the band trip to Paris?
We're making progress on the pricing and that type of thing. I'm communicating in the midnight hour because they're on London time, so as soon as we have final updates, I will definitely have more to provide.
We appreciate that, thank you.
Absolutely.
Mr. Manning?
Nothing to add, open for questions.
Okay, Mr. Clark? All right. Any questions or comments from the board, to the staff, and to the administration?
Thank you guys for everything. Welcome back, 25, 26.
Yes, yes. That's the superintendent's report. You say what you had to say. Any person wishing to speak on any item not on the agenda will be granted 5 minutes to make his or her presentation. We have none. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion by Shane, second by Crockett Harris. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Burton,
Yes.
Mr. Clark,
Yes.
Ms. Pierce,
Yes.
Ms. Shane,
Yes.
Mrs. Turner,
Yes.
Mrs. Wells,
Yes.
Ms. Davis.
Yeah. Meeting adjourned, 9:05. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mrs. Burke.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.